My whole life, I lived safely. I was afraid to step out of the box. I was afraid to be different. I didn't want to stand out. Knock, knock, let me out of here. When I got older, I wanted out of the box. I wanted to be free, to be really who I was. I wanted to be me. Gianni Versace never would have looked at me. Annie Leibovitz would never have taken a photo of me. But Irene Williams, Queen of Lincoln Road, stepped out of her box and she became unique. She became happy and she loved life until the very end when she got Alzheimer's and suddenly didn't want to wear any clothes at all.
Sandra Hart, I'm so glad that you joined me today. I have been through quite a stressful week running away from Hurricane Irma, but I want to talk to you today about how wonderful it is to be older and wiser, and how fantastic it is to be able to look at yourself and step out of the box. You know, my whole life when I was younger, I did what everyone else did. I was afraid to be too different, and I think in the era that you and I grew up in, it was kind of that way. You followed trends. You were afraid to be too different. A majority of us were afraid to be too different. I remember in the days of poodle skirts and ponytails and saddle shoes. I wore what everybody else wore, even though a ponytail actually was not so flattering on my round face. And I also remember growing up with the bouffant hair and shoulder pads, and I just absolutely had to wear those because it's what fashion dictated, and it was what everyone else was wearing. And remember the pencil skirts back in the 50s and 60s, and straight hair? Well, that's exactly what I wore. I straightened my hair. I would die to let anyone see my curly hair. But something happened to me when I was in my 50s, and all of a sudden a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, you know what? Why do I have to follow everyone else? Why can't I just be me? And I think that's what happens when you age. You become wiser, you become more independent, and you become more or less afraid of taking a risk and taking a chance, not only in your own life, but in the fashion world and the makeup world. It's okay to be you. Sometimes it's really wonderful to be able to stop and step out of the box and be exactly what you want to be. Wear exactly what you want to wear, no matter what the fashion trend is. If you don't want to dye your hair, then let it go gray. See what's under that dye. But if you love to dye your hair, do it. If it makes you happy and if it makes you feel beautiful. And what I'm trying to say today is experiment with your life. If you have been doing the same thing over and over again, step out of the box. Try something different. Whether it is, if you're getting close to retirement age, think of a different career that you could have. Think of the availability of maybe traveling if you want to travel. This is the best time of our lives, and it's so easy now that we live in an age where almost anything goes, and I'm not always too sure if that's great, but for us, it's so wonderful to be able to experiment and try new things in your life. Otherwise, you won't fulfill your life completely, and you won't be as happy as quite possibly you could be if you follow your dream, and if you step out of the box, and if you want to have a purple streak in your hair, do it. I saw a woman at the airport when I was escaping from Irma, and I had 5 hours in the Houston airport just to get to Nashville. And I saw a woman very well dressed, and she had naturally silver hair, but she had the tips of her hair just slightly pink. And I thought, you know what? I noticed her, and she looked okay. But here was a woman who had stepped out of the box, and she just wanted to be a little bit different. And I did notice her. Most of the people in the world who have become successful and famous and who you hear about are people that have tried so many things and failed. You cannot be successful at anything if you don't take a risk. And you can take that risk with your makeup, with your fashion. Just go for it. If you like something that your friends or your children say, oh, don't do that, mother. Do it if it's in your heart and you feel like it's right for you. Now, I know there are a lot of videos going around in the fashion world and on YouTube about how to dress younger. And I think the first thing that's on that list is a biker jacket. Well, I would look absolutely stupid and ridiculous in a leather biker jacket. I really would. But I just so happen to have a jacket in a biker style, but it's a beautiful black, soft, nubby fabric with a zipper. And that is so me. But a leather biker jacket would not make me feel young. I was talking with my son here this morning. We were having coffee out on his porch overlooking the Natchez Trace. And we were talking about YouTube and videos and copyright things. And I told him about the video that, how women dress, how to look younger when they dress. And I said, you know what? The first thing on that list is a biker jacket. And he looked at me and he kind of laughed. He said, Mother, none of the young people that I know wear biker jackets. So follow your own sense of style. What you like and what makes you feel good is what you should wear. Don't follow the 1 to 10 type of outfits to make you feel young. Because do you know what? Feeling young is inside of you. And when you feel young and energetic and alive, no matter what you wear, you will look young. So don't worry. Follow your dreams and do what you want to do no matter what age you are. It doesn't matter. And as far as fashion goes, you wear what you like. You wear what you want to wear and what makes you feel beautiful. Don't listen to the 1 to 10 outfits that will make you look rich or will make you look beautiful. It's just not so. If you're beautiful inside and you feel good about yourself, that radiates and that will keep you ageless. At least that's what I try to do. but it has made me happy. And I want you to be happy because after all, and I can say this a million times and I believe it from the bottom of my heart, life over 50, life over 60, they're the best years of our lives. And we are free to do whatever we wish and to live our lives the way we want as long as we're not hurting anyone else. Take care. I am safe now in Nashville, away from Irma. We still don't know exactly where it's going to go. It might go over to the Tampa side and miss Miami as a target, but I hope all of the people that are in its path are safe and well, and we can all get through this together. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to subscribe, please do. I'd love to have you join me on this adventure, and push the little bell if you want to get notices of when I have a new video up. But I'll be posting from Nashville for a while until we see what is happening with Irma. So great to see you. I love having you, and have a great, great week. Take care now.